Since we're still waiting on a trailer or an announcement, here's more info straight from Pete Hines on Twitter. Hey Vault Dwellers, JV here, and today we're discussing early beta testing in Fallout 76. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more Fallout 76 videos just like this. Once again, news is so dry until we get an announcement or a trailer on the beta, so we're going to look at a collection of Pete Hines' tweets over the weekend that actually do give us some insight on things we didn't know before. Let's start with this one that was made right as I was making this video. Shane asks, what will the beta length be? And Pete says we'll have more info for you on that soon, hopefully this week. There have been rumors flying like crazy. I gave you guys my speculative, like this is when I think it's coming, but we have literally zero concrete information on when the beta is going to be right now as I'm speaking. So we know it's in October and that's it. So of course I'll be sticking on this and making sure I share it with you guys immediately as it's announced here on the channel. Cody asks about an early beta test because Todd said something about people getting the beta before others, so he was confused. Pete says there are some pre-beta tests folks might be picked for. It's random. And then in response to a similar question, Pete says, to my knowledge, we haven't included anyone from outside the company in anything yet. So again, there's been rumors flying about early beta test pictures on Reddit saying I'm downloading the beta early, when in reality, this is not going out to people right now. Pete says it's not. Pete could be wrong on this one. It could be that they launched some pre-beta stuff to a very, very small selection of people this early. I personally don't have any knowledge on that, and if I did, I probably would not be able to share it with you guys. I guess you'll just have to take my word on that. Some people think I have this, invisible secret tap to Bethesda where I know more information than other people. I do have connections there, but they don't share that stuff with me. So I don't know, and I don't think the majority of the public knows. I think if this was rolling out to a small amount of people, I'm pretty sure Bethesda would say something about it. My general advice here, though, is to hold your horses. When you see someone post on, Reddit or another site saying, I've got the beta played early, I wouldn't trust them unless they're posting screenshots or videos or anything like that. It's very easy to doctor that stuff. It's very easy to lie. You should take everything on the internet at face value. Don't assume anything. The safest bet in all respects is to not trust anything unless it comes from Bethesda's official sources, and also to wait until the end of September. I mean, we really are on the eve of the beta, but it's not here yet, and so Bethesda still has time to make these announcements, and we need to give it to them. Juicens says, Pete, I'm confused on the exact usage of workshops. If anyone can take them over, why put work into them when they can be taken as soon as your squad logs off? Pete says, resources are a big reason. You can extract nice quantities of stuff you need. On the surface, this doesn't look like much, but Pete has told us more about workshops that really legitimizes what he just said, which is that workshops, the reason you want to do these is for the resources. And we also know that in Fallout 76, there are going to be mineral deposits, ore veins, stuff like that we will come across, and we'll be able to plop down our camp, plop down some kind of harvester machine that will dig into the ground and collect that resource. So what Pete is saying here is that workshops are like a super resource, or maybe a very, a source of a very rare mineral or ore that we will need to craft very rare gear. That's the incentive of workshops. Instead of wandering around the game and stumbling across, let's just say diamond. I don't think diamond's going to be a thing, but diamond. Let's say we run across a very small vein of diamond and then plopping down your camp, your harvester, getting a little bit of that, having it run out. A workshop is going to be an area where we know there's a ton of diamond. We can roll in there with our squad, take it over, defend that position from waves of NPC enemies, mine all of those resources, and then once that, sequence is over, we can go and put it in our stash, log off, boom. There's our really rare resources, or a very large quantity of resources that you need for crafting. Of course, I could be wrong. We're still in the speculation stage, but I feel like we have enough pieces of what workshops are and how they work in order to form this picture of how they're going to be in Fallout 76. Finally, Preston says, in Fallout 76, can you go to Vault 76 and re-enter it after you leave? Can you go and get supplies, or is it locked like Fallout 3? Pete says, you can't go back in. And then Fallout 76 Vault's Overseer says, Am I going to miss anything in Fallout 76? After I leave, I'm worried about this. And Pete says there's nothing you can miss out on. This perspective comes from the collectors, the people wondering, am I going to miss anything in the vault? I don't want to miss a bobblehead. I don't want to miss a magazine. Pete says that's not going to be the case, and you're not going to be able to go back in like you could in Fallout 4. You could go back into Vault 111 and get the cryolator, for example. We won't have anything like that in 76. And also, it does make sense being an online game, and we know that PvP is not enabled until level 5. But the point is, they don't want higher level people going back into the vault because that's where the new players are going to be spawning. Regardless if they have their level 5 protection, that's essentially the starting area, and that's where the new online people are coming into the server. So they don't want to give people a reason to go back to Vault 76. There's no reason to go back there because you can't get back in. And I think that makes perfect sense. So that's it for this edition of Uncle Pete's Tweets. I'll be honest, I really don't like making these videos. When there's nothing else to go on, these tweet videos still provide new information we haven't heard yet. But I'm like you guys, I'm chomping at the bits for legitimate new information, just as much as you guys. So if you don't see a daily video, it's because there's literally nothing new to share. But as Pete said, we're supposed to get some beta info very soon. Hopefully this week, but most certainly by the end of this month. So we'll have to see. All right, guys, that's it for this video. In the comment section, tell me if you're avoiding spoilers for Fallout 76 or if you're just looking at everything. Share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe and hit the bell for more Fallout 76 content, like my last video where we discussed trading in the game. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.